What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we have a day full of trailer reviews that we are going to be taking a look at. In this one here, called The Twin, Irish folklore horror film acquired for July release. So it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it again. You guys know I do love my folklore horror or folk horror films, the subgenre. I absolutely love it. So when I saw this one pop back up, I was happy to finally see that we are getting a North American release. Now, the name may not look familiar to you. The name has actually been changed. The original name of this film was The Fetch, and this has actually, again, already been released. I believe it was released last year in some regions under that name. At some point along the way, the name got changed to The Twin, and again, now it's finally getting its North American release. So I am happy that this one's finally getting it. I did have to do some, the article itself, talks about the film, talks about this. I did skim through it a bit, but the article does not have a trailer attached to it. I did have to do some digging to find I can only find the official teaser trailer that was released back in 2024. I was not able to find a full-on trailer. The name The Twin keeps getting mixed up with other film names, other stuff, so I couldn't quite pinpoint down no matter how many different search types I tried. But we are going to take a look at the official teaser trailer for this in case it's been a while since you've seen it, or if you haven't even heard of this film. So let's jump into the article details as we always do, and we're going to then take a look at the official teaser trailer. All right, so writer-director J.C. Doller directorial debut, the Irish folklore horror film The Twin has been picked up by Vertical for North American release next month. The Twin releases on July 1st, 2025. So we are just what, 2.5? Let's take a look here. We are just a little over 2.5 weeks before North America gets this release. I am looking forward to this one. Usually I haven't seen the teaser yet. I've heard about this film, but I haven't seen anything about it. So when I found the teaser trailer film, when I found the teaser trailer, I purposefully did not watch it in anticipation for watching it during this video. Again, I've heard of this film, haven't seen anything about the film. Now I am already bought in because it's folklore horror and it's Irish folklore horror. I'm a big fan of the overall subgenre, but even more so when we get into like the British, Irish folklore horror, some of my favorite films. So let's move on. The horror movie stars Logan Donovan, Robert Longstreet, and Aliska Paldano. Hopefully I'm pronouncing those names even remotely close. All right, so we have a synopsis here. After the tragic loss of his son, Nicholas struggles with his grief and a strained relationship with his wife, Charlie. Under the watch of psychiatrist Dr. Ben Beaumont, Nicholas begins experiencing terrifying visions of a shadowy figure that looks like himself. As reality unravels, Nicholas must confront his past and the supernatural force haunting him before it consumes him completely. All right, so Doller co-wrote the screenplay along with Paul Peterson based on a story by Doller, Taylor Bracewell, and Chris Allen Evans. The film previously titled, here. So this is where it talks about what I just mentioned at the beginning of this video. The film previously titled The Fetch was the winner of Best Screenplay at the 2021 Screenfest. So this even goes back further. So right here, the film had a world premiere in 2024. So that's the information I found. I didn't know this went back as far as being first screened in 2021. So that's crazy that this film has been out there for 4 years in some areas and is just now making its full, complete way release to North America. The film had a world premiere at the 2024 Austin Film Festival and won the Audience Award for Dark Matters feature. After quote, after such a long journey, I'm incredibly proud to finally share The Twin with horror audiences everywhere, shared Doller. It's a story about the things we try to bury that somehow find a way to dig themselves out. Yeah, so I'm glad that we're starting. Let's see, we have more. We did a little bit more here. JC's. Yeah, we don't need to read that. It doesn't really tell us any much more about it. The film produced additional below the line talent. Okay, more casting. No poster. That sucks. Usually I like to get a movie poster on these ones. All right, so let's get back to the top of the article. Yeah, so I didn't know, again, that this one had been out there since 2021. All I could find was that it had been out there since 2024. So that's crazy. It's been out there this long. All right, so let's pull up this official teaser trailer. Like I said, this is a teaser trailer that released in 2024. I imagine it was before that Austin Film Festival, or probably soon after that. So let's take a look at it and see what we're going to be getting here in the next 2.5 weeks.
Just want to show you something.
Grandma, please.
Nicholas. Oh, sorry. I don't understand why this is necessary.
It's state law that you're monitored.
Are you a threat to yourself?
So how is it being back here?
Yeah, it's great.
You sure?
I'm good.
What are you reading?
Something my grandma used to read to me.
Open your eyes!
Yeah, good bedtime material. Now the lore is, the sight of your fetch
Evil twin?
is an omen.
For what?
Coming death. Listen is way worse than I thought it is.
I trusted you.
I don't know what to do.
I'm on the way.
Oh no.
Nicholas, this is in your mind. It is not real. You are real.
Okay, so I'm 100% in. It's folklore horror, but this has got to be categorized as psychological horror as well, because the last bit of that trailer, when it really starts to ramp up, it's around the time when he's in the attic and he sees this noose, and he looks down. And if you look closely where he's looking underneath that chair, the head tilts just enough where that is like what they're talking about, like he's seeing a twin of himself. It looks just like him, but like pretzeled underneath that chair. And then the trailer then starts to pick up. But the craziest aspect is when he's slamming his head on the floor repeatedly throughout the cut. And then obviously they're doing some cut scenes in there. It looks like he has something, an entity. I don't know if it's like the twin or the fetch that's inside him trying to get out. Maybe that's what that's trying to depict. But his wife and the psychiatrist telling him, hey, it's all in your head. And then they see the hand come up on his shoulder and pull him away. So they obviously see that as well. I imagine that the young boy that we see at the beginning of the trailer is his son that's died, that's referenced. And obviously I'm assuming then that's his mother as well, because the child is referring to as, grandma. So I imagine something happened there, but she looked like she was possessed or something was going on there. I do notice in the trailer they do reference the fetch, and even at the end of this, they were still using the original name, the fetch, instead of the twin that it's now been changed to. But yeah, I will say though, when we read that this was Irish folklore, I was expecting Irish. I was expecting this to be in Ireland. I was expecting Irish actors, things of that nature. Very much not the case. It looks like the folklore story of the fetch, of the twin, that aspect is the Irish folklore tale that they're referring to make this, I guess, an Irish folklore horror film. Either way, I mean that took me by surprise. But either way, I'm still looking forward to this one. I'm bought into this. I love these types of films because I do like then going off and finding out about those specific folklore tales and stories to see what they're truly about versus what they show us in the movie. Because you do know at some level, I'm sure some of it is Hollywooded up, so to speak, where it's not necessarily true. It's just there for the effect of pulling the audience into the story. So yeah, I'm all in for this one. July 1st, it's going to be coming out to North America. Now, the article didn't state what that release was going to look like. Just says it releases on July 1st. So I can't imagine this is getting a theatrical release. I'm sure this will probably be digital video on demand, and it doesn't mention any streaming. I'm going down to the bottom of the article to see if there's any hashtags. So there's no hashtags at the bottom, like hashtag Shutter or Hulu, Netflix. It doesn't say any of those other companies as far as streaming. So I imagine this will probably be a digital video on demand type situation at first, probably like on Apple, Amazon, things like that. I hope, because those would be one of the two avenues I would purchase this. So, all right, everyone, that's going to do it for this quick teaser trailer review and update for The Twin, previously known as The Fetch, finally coming to North America July 1st. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about not just this teaser trailer, but what do you think about folklore horror or folk horror films? Do you like the subgenre? Do you not like the subgenre? Or are you just not into, not, I don't say into it, but you maybe not seen that many films in it, and you might be getting exposed to it here. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.